Welcome back to the show. Today, I'm going to continue my journey in the Wall album, Pink Floyd, by doing Nobody Home, Vera, and Bring the Boys Back Home. It's been a real eye-opener going down this path, dealing with the Wall album. It's been very mysterious. Roger Waters has really given me something to think about. Things that I haven't really considered in that type of mannerism, that type of way. I've considered a lot of the things that he's mentioned in this record. I've thought about it, yes. I've thought about it plenty of times. I'm not talking about the suicidal parts as if I'm contemplating suicide, but I've thought about those who may be in that type of mannerism. I've had plenty of times where I felt kamikaze, yes. So I can identify it with that way, of course. But the way he's going about explaining certain scenarios in life, dealing with principles of life, losing a loved one, his dad, never really had a chance to experience his father. I think one of the commenters said that he lost his dad when he was but an infant, or not an infant, but a young child, one of those, an infant, a young child, a toddler, or something like that. So I'm not really sure on that part. So, but he was very young, nevertheless. He was very, very young. Dealing with like schoolyard politics, teachers even being mixed into that, dealing with the uncertainties of life, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, and how everything's on thin ice. Just a lot of things. This album covers so many things, and not covering all these things, but at the same time bringing in this orchestra of music, this symphony of music. It's absolutely gigantic in its presentation. Something that I could never even imagine someone duplicating or being able to repeat or replicate. It's just, I don't think it can be replicated. I really honestly believe that it's like trying to redo The Matrix when it first came out, or some other movie like the Malcolm X movie that was done with Denzel Washington. Like someone else trying to repeat that movie. It would make no sense at all. You know, it's just, man, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I wouldn't even dare try to compare it to another album because it doesn't make any sense. The only thing that you could possibly compare it to, someone else could possibly compare it to, is The Dark Side of the Moon. And that was by Pink Floyd. But The Wall is totally different. I mean, I haven't even finished the whole album yet, and I'm saying that. I haven't even finished the whole track, the whole record. And I'm saying like, yo, this is something different. But let me stop talking about this so much so before I get into Nobody Home, Vera, bring the boys back home. So, without further ado, let's get to those songs.
Somebody else needs taking care of and washing. Who's that? Rose. Who's that? 36, 24, 36. I got a little black crap with this painting! She was in the Army Division in 1961, and she was still rolling.
Got a little black book with my poems in. Got a bag, a toothbrush and a comb in. When I'm a good dog, they sometimes throw me a bone. I got elastic bands keeping my shoes on. Got those swollen hand blues. I got 13 channels of shit on the TV to choose from. I got electric light, and I got second sight. Got amazing powers of observation. That is how I know. When I try to get through on the telephone to you, there'll be nobody home. I got the obligatory Hendrix pen and the inevitable pinhole bugs all down the front of my favorite satin shirt. I got nicotine stains on my fingers. I got a silver spoon on a chain. Got a grand piano to prop up my mortal remains. I got wild staring eyes, and I got a strong urge to fly. But I got nowhere to fly to. Fly to, fly to, fly to, fly to, fly to, fly to, fly to. Ooh, babe, when I pick up the phone, there's still nobody home. Go Hills boots, and I got fading roots.
The Drag Kings Casino.
There were 47 German planes were destroyed for the loss of only 15 of our own aircraft.
Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? Remember how she said that we would meet again some sunny day? Vera, Vera,
Man, I hope no one ever says to me or comes up to me, because I don't want to be argumentative, controversial, or anything like that. I just don't want to hear it. If someone said that there's a better album out there, I just don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. I mean, like, you hear like, you hear like, shut up. And it says something like, oi, or something like that. I got a little black book with me poems in, with me poem poems in. And then when he starts the song, I got a little black book with my poems and my poems in. And he's this record, like if you're following what I'm saying, bring the boys back home. Nobody home, bring the boys back home. Bring the boys back home, as in, like, bring them back from war. Nobody home, bring the boys back home. And in between that is Vera, symbolizing, I believe, Goodbye Cruel World. Symbolizing Goodbye Cruel World and Young Lust kind of combined in Empty Spaces going to Young Lust down to Goodbye Cruel World. But also another Brick in the Wall Part 3. So this is, man, dude, this is, wow, this is explosive. A bag where I keep my toothbrush and my comb in. And he says if he does right, you'll put a bone in. You'll get. Oh man, this is like frighteningly good. But when he says he has this third observation, or the second, he has keen observation, or he has this perception in his mind. He's able to know that from what he has already done, potentially from what he has already done, even if he has the electric lights, he got the Jimi Hendrix on, he has, all these things going for him. He has a nice TV, and but it's only like so many shows on it. They're all crappy shows. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like being with this woman, But he knows when he calls, there's no one, there's not going to be anyone there. No one's going to be there. No one's going to be there because of what he had done, the belittling of the woman, the beating of the woman. And she got fed up. There's nothing you can do about it when a woman's fed up. It's like running out of love. She left. She's never going to be there. No matter how many burn holes he puts in the front of his satin shirt, she's never going to return. So he goes through that picture, and then he says, Vera, you say he's coming back on some Sunday, on some sunny day. Does anybody remember like I do? That's what he's asking. Then he gets this almost this revelation back into his past. Bring the boys back home. Seeing why this way that he's been moving throughout his life has caused him to suffer so many pains because of childhood trauma, the absence of a father, the struggles of a mother, seeking the approval of that same mother. Just an absolutely Broadway type of, like, did you hear the music that was being played in the background? It's almost as if you were in New York, looking at a Broadway show. Just all the characters there. And, that was Roger singing. I believe it had to have been Roger singing, and Nobody Home. It had to have been him. It was just this is man, they should have created an award for this, like, by itself. I mean, not in the darkness of Hollywood, that witchcraft society. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about someone should have gave them more recognition in the past. There should have been more fanfare for this group right here. I mean, maybe because of the breakup in '85, which caused the hiccup. You know what I mean? Sometimes we could be the destroyer of ourselves. So, yeah, this is man, wow. This is like reading a book that Anthony Trollope wrote, or Herman Hesse, or Shakespeare, or some other renowned classical author. I would not give it a political stance, but I'm saying, like, humanistic philosophical brilliance that is just, I mean, it's mammoth. It is mammoth. It's like elephantitis lyrics. It's a symphony of birds melody. Absolutely, absolutely magical. Like the movie It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart. It's just, man, listen. I spoke long enough. I mean, look, I spoke long enough in regards to this album for today. I mean, it's inarguable. The greatest album, greatest track, greatest record ever made. Period. Period. I don't want to argue about it. Case closed. Gavel. Done. To all my subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. You guys have been the very best. To all the viewers, I really appreciate you too as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate your subscription. Leave a like, leave a comment below, and share this video. And until next time, deuces.